Turner Classic Movies and Warner Home Video present TCM's Greatest Classic Films Collection.
Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
The immortal works of William Shakespeare and other literary masters are available in 2 new DVD collections. With each set, get 4 great movies for one low price.
Do you want me to love you or don't you?
These enduring adaptations make wonderful gifts for every movie fan.
Bullseye.
TCM's Greatest Classic Films Collection. Available now for a great price at tcm.com/shop and Barnes & Noble DVD locations.
¿Qué estás haciendo aquí? Mártate de aquí. Retírate, mañoso. Esta es mi esquina. Vete.
Policía.
Ya basta con el pleito, muchachos. Qué babosos son ustedes, son malcriados.
Oigan ustedes, muchachos. Están perdiendo mucho el tiempo. Apúrense.
Get that bottle, come on.
I already got it.
Come on, look at that bottle. Hey, do you ski back that smoke?
You say bastard.
What did you say?
My dog don't know whose Papa is either.
Déjate de hacer eso. Óyeme, José.
Get out of here, come on, get Felipe!
Felipe. Hey, don't pay that kid!
Ya te agarré, bandidito. ¡Ay, animal!
Good boy. That's it. That's it. It's okay, boy. That's it. Quiet, Cacharo. You no good, punk. You better stop digging out or Salazar will skin you. Here. I've got you a bone. Here. It's for adios, Perillo. I have to go away. You want to go with me? Okay, punk. Okay, boy. We'll go. We'll go away together.
Señor Salazar,
Dígame.
has your son returned?
My what?
Boy, the one they call Felipe.
He is not our boy.
He just lives in the barn. What did he do?
He stole 500 pesos.
I tell him not to let that boy sleep here. He's a runaway, a bad one. I know it.
You don't know anything.
Come, we will see if he is here. Felipe? Felipe! Felipe!
Come on, punk. Come on. No, all right. If you're tired, up we go. They're just wetbacks.
What are you scared of, kid?
I'm not scared.
You started to run away. If you plan on scooting across the border to California, kid, forget it. Border guards strong like a fence from here to Mexicali.
Do not slip through customs.
Not with that ugly mutt, you won't. What you got in the gunny sack?
Just clothes and blankets.
Well, how come it rattled when you dropped it? Smells good.
It's for me and my dog.
You mean you'd let your fellow human beings go hungry for that ugly flea bit?
I sure would. Now get away from my chicken or I'll break your bottle.
Give me that pokey, boy.
I mean it. Get over there by your friend or I'll bash it on the rocks.
I'd rather have poker than chicken anytime.
Kid, if you break that bottle, I'll kill your dog. You hear me?
You'll get your bottle. Just keep out of the way. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on.
Where's he going?
Get out of my way!
Oh, no, you're drunk. Oh, you're drunk.
Get out of the way!
No, no, you're drunk. Let me catch you. You're drunk.
Get out of the way, but what are you drunk and fun with you to let him do that for anyway? Ah!
Look, punk, California. Come on, let's go.
I knew it. Oh, I can tell this. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he's wanted for murder.
What's the big hurry, Casey?
Well, for one thing, I got a slow leak and no spare.
All right, we'll give you a quick going over.
Father Dugan, you old Robin Hood Jew. Buenas tardes, padre. Hiya, boy. Say, can I mail you a list of what I'm smuggling in? I'm behind schedule.
Hey, Bleeker, get off there.
He's new.
Bleeker, this is Father Dugan from St. Michael's.
When he has something to declare, he declare it.
Yeah, but what about the duty on all this stuff?
Bleeker, Father's parish is sort of international. He swaps things back and forth, and we let it pass. You get the picture?
Yeah, Mr. Keeler, but we can get into trouble.
You learn to ignore a few things. Like when the president comes through, we don't count his golf balls.
Damn it, guy, you doing thing to you?
Keeler! Keeler! Kid! All right, kid, cut it off now.
Come on, get him inside.
Come on, boy. Come on.
What are you trying to do to us, Father?
It's a remarkable item.
A bull's ear.
There you are, 500 on the nose.
40, that's mine for pay.
Cállate.
But you make Harley face with the broken bottles.
Any complaints from where he was staying?
No, the glove is gone.
Understandable.
You want to press charges?
No, this is all right for me. Just don't show your face around the bull ring.
Un momento. He's not nothing of consequence. You can take him.
He seems to be an immigration problem, Fernandez. He is in your custody.
Joe, I suggest you turn him over to juvenile authorities.
Oh, you're not going to dump him off on me. We caught him on your side of the fence.
That's right, gentlemen. Keep on passing the buck. It's evidently been going on long enough. From a correction home in El Paso to juvenile hall Juarez, then Nogales, then... No. He seems to have passed through a Tucson reformatory en route to Campo Detention Hall. Why, this is the sorriest example of dereliction I've ever seen. Sometimes they're born that way, Padre. I'm not talking about the boy. I'm talking about the somebodies who had a duty to care for the boy. On his own, literally on the run since he was 7. How can this happen? Just where does it end? When he finally kills somebody, I guess, then we can hang him. That'd be a big help.
You can't help somebody you can't keep your hands on, Father.
He burned his way out of Campo.
I didn't set fire to that trap. But if you send me back, I will.
What is it you want, son?
To get back where I belong. I'm American.
Well, I'm sorry, but Uncle Sam doesn't agree with him. No birth record, parents unknown.
But we also deny he's a Mexican. Now, wait a minute. The boy has to belong someplace. Where was he first booked? In Broward, California. Now, listen, son, listen to me. Can you prove you're an American?
Take me with you and I'll prove it.
It's the old con game, Father. He's just trying to use you to get across the border.
I don't think so.
Come on.
Oh, stop it. Here, get in that way.
Actually, we have to send him back to Campo, Father.
Locking him up isn't the answer. I think he knows something he's afraid to tell you guys.
Well, his report says he's a pathological liar.
A dove-heart incurable stinker. He's a normal boy with a chip on his shoulder, and he's frightened.
Well, nevertheless, we're not going to let you have him.
Look, I'm only asking to take him for a couple of days. Let me listen to his story. If nothing comes out of it, I'll bring him back.
Father, we haven't the authority to do that. Why, a boy like that can cause serious trouble.
He's a people hater. You couldn't expect him to be full of brotherly love. Not wanted by his parents, rejected by 2 countries. It might work wonders if he finds out he's acceptable to God.
Hey! Somebody give me a hand with this wildcat!
Denny's kind of rough-gated. You have to hang on. What did you say your full name was?
I didn't.
No, that's right, you didn't. I guess you know everybody back in town. You happen to know Juanito Martinez? Now, there's a fine boy. He was just about your age when he first came to me. He's been my helper ever since. Just got married last night. Don't worry, I haven't lost a load yet. Let's see, where were we?
Questions. You sound just like the cops, those nosy social workers.
Why'd you break out of the orphanage to begin with? I see. Well, what about this citizenship business? You promised to talk about that, and I'm sure you're the kind to keep your word.
Look, do we have to go so fast?
Better to fly over the chuck holes and sink into them. You didn't answer me.
The cops, they think my father's dead, but he's not. I can find him and prove where I was born, okay?
Okay. Maybe I can help you find him.
You've done enough. I'll get out right here.
Now, hold on. I told Joe and Max I'd be responsible for you.
You shouldn't have.
Well, maybe not. What if you can't find your father?
I've got along so far without him.
That's so. Well, I'll tell you something, Mr. Self-Sufficiency. You're going to stick with me until you get squared away.
That's what you think. Look, shall we stop and bring my dog up here?
Dog?
Yeah. I'd have told you about him, except Customs. They wouldn't let him through.
If you'd like to hightail it across those fields, wouldn't you?
I'm not lying. If you don't stop, that footage is gonna fall on you. Punk! Punk! He fell out! Punk! Punk! He's hurt bad.
We'll get him to a vet.
I asked you to slow down. I was dumb to let him ride in the back.
It's not your fault, son. I should have stopped when you told me to. Let's hurry.
Well, I've stopped the bleeding anyway, for all the good it'll do.
Can't you set the leg?
No, son, I wouldn't dare. You see, I'm the shovel-up man around here. I'm not the vet. The vet's at Brawley. Now, look, son, if he was here, I'm sure he'd recommend that you put the dog away.
No.
I'd appreciate it very much, Bill.
Who you talking to?
Yes, we're leaving right now. This pup's not done yet, Fat. We've got to get him to the church.
Church? Well, I guess prayer's the medicine, hmm?
Come on, boy.
Father Dugan. I brought along another carpenter from orthopedic, Dr. Fitzgerald. How do you do?
Well, I wasn't expecting the entire staff.
I was trapped, Father. I didn't know the patient had 4 legs until we were halfway here.
Come on in.
Scissors. Temperature's 96. 101 is normal. Scalpel. Any of your neighbors have a dog?
No, why?
Pup needs blood.
I'll call Pat. He's just down the road.
What kind of a dog is this, son? Dane?
I don't know. He's just a dog.
He's a Greyhound.
Greyhound?
Don't breathe on him, son.
Hello, Pat. Father Dugan again. We need a dog over here right away. Any kind.
We're gonna have to nail this.
Nail what?
The leg bone, boy. So it'll be strong.
We'll give him a bum leg.
Nope. The pelvis will adjust. It'll be normal.
If you can't come, send a neighbor. Send anyone. Okay, thanks, Pat.
What do you call him?
Punk.
Sponge, please. We're going to need a pin. Stainless steel or silver. Something about the size of a matchstick.
I'd rather use silver.
Now, don't you worry. He's a game little pup. Greyhound at that. Where'd you get him?
Yeah, an old man gave him to me.
Most anything will do, Father. A letter opener. We can file it down.
Oh. This should give him strength, boy. How about St. Michael's staff?
Perfect.
Here comes Pat now. You got a Greyhound in there?
Doesn't matter, Father. Here, we'll take the poodle.
What's going on?
Well, this dog's gonna give your dog some blood.
I don't want any poodle in him.
Give us the toughest one you got.
The beagle?
Yeah, the beagle.
Now, don't act like people, boy. This won't hurt a bit.
Can you hear me?
You know, in a sense, you've done more for the boy than you have for his pup.
How's that?
Well, he's a little short of faith in people. Most of them have never bothered with him too much. To him, a couple of fine surgeons coming over to treat his dog was, well, just a lot of talk.
Well, you're a strong talker, Father. You can tell the boy I'll include the pup in my rounds the next few days.
Thanks a lot, both of you.
Okay, Father.
Good night, Doc.
Lay still. You're not supposed to move. Yeah, that's it. Hold it. I'll tie you down if you don't be still and your leg will hurt. Yeah, that's better. Hold still. Now listen. You're gonna get well. Meanwhile, we're gonna be staying here whether we like it or not. So get some sleep. Now lay real still. Father! Hey, Father! He's come too!
Well, that's wonderful.
Dr. Bill says Punk will run like new. That he'll be champ.
Something wrong, son?
Yeah. Punk's not such a hot name for a Greyhound. I'm gonna name him Mike, for St. Michael.
That's a fine name.
It'll look great on the racing forms.
Racing forms?
Sure, I'm gonna train him.
In Campo? Why don't you let me help you find your father, huh? Maybe he knows dogs. Maybe he'll help you train him. It's a fair bet if we find him, you won't have to go back to Campo. Now, let's face it, you haven't had much luck. Maybe I can turn the trick.
A lot of maybes.
Well, there's one sure thing. We haven't got much time. You know, those boys at Customs stuck their necks out for you. Max has 13 kids, and he can't afford to lose his job. And while we're laying it on the line, I don't think the Archbishop would applaud my connection here.
You know the Archbishop?
Quite well.
You sure know a lot of people. I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. Now remember, this is just between you and me.
Like a confession.
Yeah. That was sent to me at the orphanage. A 25-buck U.S. war bond. That's 300 pesos.
A lot of money.
Yeah, and there ain't nobody but a father that'd send that much.
Philip Richards.
That's Gringo for my name.
Where was this mail from, boy?
San Diego.
You should have shown this to the authorities.
Are you kidding? They might be after him.
Oh, yes, I see. You wouldn't want to get him in trouble.
Well, so anyway, here's the deal. I'll stick here with Mike while he's getting well, and we can, well, the Archbishop and us, we can find my father.
It's a deal. We'll trace him. It may take time, but we'll do it.
You got anything in the house to eat?
Well, let's raid the icebox and find out. Get the jelly and the glasses. I'll fix a bed for you in my room.
I'll sleep tomorrow. I'm gonna sit with Mike.
There'll be no sleeping in church tomorrow.
Who's going to church?
Well, now, I think it would be a good way for you to start paying off your debt.
I got no debts to no one.
Is that so? Seems to me a couple of very fine doctors gave up a lot of their valuable time to come over here and take care of your dog.
Okay. So you caused it. You pray.
Boy, we have a few rules around here that even that pup will learn not to break. And there's one that says you'll be in church tomorrow.
The hell you say.
Well, maybe you're right, son. Except hell is a state as well as a place. And being a condition, I think you'd better experience a little of it. Ooh! This is the 11th Sunday after Pentecost. Weekday masses at St. Michael's are at 6:30 and 8:15 a.m. The Altar Society is sponsoring a bake sale in the vestibule of the church after every mass next week. I'd also like to add that our clothing drive for the needy is a continuous affair. Contributions can be left at the parish house at all times. And now the gospel. In the words of our Lord, the way of the transgressor is hard. He'll be staying at St. Michael's, but during the daytime, I'd like him to mingle with some wholesome youngsters and have the benefit of some schooling. Actually, this is the kind of orphanage he should have been in all along.
Well, it's a little irregular, Father. But I have confidence in your judgment.
Hey, don't take the guy's marble! Come inside, give me that guy's marble! Hey, one of guys got 3 marbles!
Okay, let's go. That's his fourth win.
Santa Papa, let's go.
Come on,
Joe. Snake Eyes.
Blackbird,
come on, Blackbird.
Yeah,
Well, that's the game, gentlemen.
Felipe, come here a minute. Give me those dice. Not only are these intolerable, but they're loaded.
Now, is that any way to make friends?
I'm not trying to.
Well, then, is it any way to treat strangers? I see. Son, these boys are not the pushovers that you think they are. They're just not on their guard, that's all. They expect the other person to be fair. Now, Felipe, we have student government here. But to a large degree, we also have student discipline. Now, don't you want to apologize and give those boys back your winnings?
Huh. I've been made a sucker before. Let them take it.
Boys, I'm certainly disappointed in you. Not only is gambling against the rules, which you know, but you've let this tough guy play you for a bunch of patsies.
Come on, we ought to let him have it. We ought to make him eat his own dice. You know earn money, are you? Come on, yeah, you man. Yeah, that's our money.
At first, Felipe had as much success with Mike as he had at school. Naturally, he knew everything about dog training. But Mike wasn't so sure. So, I decided to try another approach. The next few weeks were spent at the Greyhound training kennels, and Felipe turned in his dice for a training manual. I made notes on every detail of Greyhound care, and the boy repeated them with Mike. I had hit the target. This was the way to the boy. I often wondered if the Archbishop ever heard a rumor that one of the local padres had taken up with the racing crowd. It wasn't long before we two experts were using all the professional techniques, and even improving on a few. Progress was slow at first, and Mike still limped. But we were sure St. Michael's staff would take care of that. The important thing was that the boy was changing. He was losing the chip on his shoulder. This looks like a good spot, huh?
Sure does.
Here, you take this. Let's see, where we put it. Over here someplace. Come on, Mike, come on. Now, don't crush his spirit. See, it says here in the book they should be keyed up and raring to go all the time. Here, give me the lure. All right, you ready?
Yep. Okay, boy, take it easy.
Are you ready?
Anytime.
Let her fly.
Come on, Mike.
Here,
Mike. Come on, Mike.
Come on,
Come on, get him, Mike.
Come on.
Come on, Mike.
Come on, come on. Come on, Mike. Over here, come on. Come on. Here, that's the rabbit. Go get the lure. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike. Get it, Mike, get it.
There
Way to go, Mike.
Hey, let go, let go.
Good
Let
boy.
go, let go.
Good boy, Mike.
Oh, cut it out now, boy.
Now, don't crush your spirit.
Yeah.
Dogs. I like dogs because they don't care who you are. If you stub your toe, they will lick it. If you ain't got...
Haven't. Continue, Felipe.
If you haven't got enough food, They will scrounge for themselves.
Scrounge for themselves.
They will take your side no matter who started it, and they will go where you go. If you get caught, they will wait. They are just as good as a brother.
With Felipe on the right road, I found I could concentrate on my part of our deal. I began to make inquiries about the boy's parents. I started with police files, official records, missing persons, military, hoping to get a lead. And I began following trails that took me back and forth across the border. There was little to go on, but I kept asking everyone I ran into. At first, there were only bits and pieces, nothing certain. A few people who thought they knew something, some high hopes and some dead ends. But I'd made a bargain, and I meant to stick to it, just as the boy was doing. And my stubbornness started to pay off. It even began to seem that what Felipe believed about his father just might be true. The boy had been with me for 6 months now, and he'd been making Mike a champion. Outside of actually making a couple of friends at school, Felipe had time for nothing else. The Campo authorities wouldn't have believed that that tough kid had so much love and care in him. Was this an incorrigible delinquent? I'd like to see their faces now.
How's he taking to the lure?
It's getting better. We've been working all morning. Where are you gonna go now?
Across the border. You want to come with me?
Can we stop at the racetrack just to see what the course is like?
That's what I had in mind. We'll have to stop at St. Catherine's first, though.
What for?
Well, we'll need a little help loading up, so I asked Chuck to come along with us.
Oh,
Well, you want him to come, don't you?
that's all right.
I figured it'd be more fun riding in the back of the truck if you had a friend with you.
I guess so.
Why, sure. Come on.
That was several months ago. If the Tijuana police hadn't filed a report, we'd never have known you caught him.
But we tried to explain you, Capitan. He escaped through the back window.
Then why didn't you report it?
Well, we get several boys through here, and how did we know he was wanted at Campo?
You got his record on file. Who's this priest the boy drove away with?
Priest?
I didn't know the driver was a priest.
All right. You're taking things into your own hands.
Be back in a minute.
One of our boys, and a lot like this one, broke out a month ago. He bummed a ride, then hit the driver with a jack handle. The man's still in critical condition.
Hi, boys.
Mike!
Well, you old son of a gun, you.
Sit down. I will check your load in a minute.
So anyway, that kid Felipe's no game for self-appointed soul savers. If we don't find him, heads will roll around here. And this nosy priest will get his ears pinned back. I don't care if he's a cardinal.
Goodbye, Captain.
Pin my ears back. Who is that man, anyway?
That's Dorn, Campo's Captain Bly.
A man who can get us fired.
Father, you gotta turn Felipe in.
Tell them you find him in a pool hole.
You can't be serious.
Padre, this is a double cross. You make us help the bad boy, and now...
Look at there. According to the orphanage, the mother was Tita Escalante. There's her name on a marriage license with Philip Richards.
Where did you dig this up?
Never mind. I've got a way of finding things out.
I am amazed. Felipe legitimate.
Not only that, he's a U.S. citizen.
Padre, you have done a wonderful job. I suggest you drive him to Campo tonight, huh?
Don't be ridiculous. We're going to find his father.
Oh, madre mia. He don't worth looking for. He don't want the kid in the first place.
Well, maybe so. You're off tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah?
Good. Look, I found out if Philip Richards was running a fishing boat out of Ensenada sometime in 1949. Here's a list of names I want you to chase down.
Oh, no.
Now, Max?
I get off Friday. Try to leave me a little time for job hunting.
Oh, boy. Boy, am I glad to see you. Yeah. Good girl.
So he's a Greyhound. My dog could follow a trail faster. On a straight run, Mike wins for sure because he's bigger. But he isn't smart enough to stick to a trail. Yeah. My Airedale could beat him any day.
Psst, Mike. Come on, Mike, come here. You want to set up course and race?
Anytime.
Good boy. He's just trying to be funny, but he's dumb. There, see? That didn't hurt.
He's got to learn to wear a muzzle.
Just sit. Keep out of what's gonna happen.
You sure you want to fight?
He doesn't mingle, he mangles. He could have hurt somebody. I'm sorry, Father. We just can't keep him here any longer. It's impossible. That fit of rage was abnormal.
Not when you consider what they did to Mike.
Now, really, Father? All they did was just put a sock over his nose.
Which can make a dog, a racing dog, muzzle shy. I know, you think Felipe is too obsessed with racing, Mike. Well, there's more at stake than just a dog race. The boy's trying to prove himself.
I'm sorry, Father. We just can't keep him any longer. It's impossible.
Boy! Come over here! Hey, what's your name? Hey, boy! Stop! Come back here! Boy, stop!
There's an odd parallel, Mother. Mike's former owner, whoever he was, didn't think very much of the pup. Called him a bum litter and put him up for sale. Now Felipe has the notion that he's a bum litter, too. His parents didn't want him. You see, it's like if he can make Mike champ, then he's got a running chance in life, too.
Come to think of it,
Today's fight started over whose dog was actually the fastest.
Well, we can settle that in a sportsmanlike manner.
Yes, we certainly can. Felipe? Well, now where can that boy have gone?
He's beat it again, Mother, true to form. Felipe? Felipe! Where do you think you're going?
I don't like them. They don't like me.
You mean they don't like your attitude? And what's more, I don't think I do right at this minute, considering that half-baked rattletrap rally you just won from that Campo bloodhound.
Well, I'm going. That's what you want.
You always think everyone's against you, including that Captain Dorn.
It doesn't matter what either of us think. You challenge those boys to a race, and you're going to see it through.
That's what you think.
You're coming with me.
I'm sorry I done that.
You mean did? Again?
Yes, sir. Here.
All right, sister, we're ready to go. This is it, fellas. Here, get a good smell of it. It goes to the winner. Now, this is an obstacle coursing race, testing speed, ingenuity, and ability to follow a course. Now, a straightaway would obviously favor the bigger dogs. All right, fellas, come on. Come on, boys, get over here. We're ready to go. Well, may the best dog win. When I fire my pistol, that's the signal to start, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
You want to bet 2 bits?
I quit stealing.
Attaboy, Mike! Come on, Mike! Mike! My heartiest congratulations, Fritz.
Come here, doggy. Hurry up. Let's go, doggy. Here, come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Hurry up. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. The meat's over there, Stoop. Not in the hole.
Well, you lost. What are you going to do about it?
What happened to the champ? He got lost. Guess you ought to train him. Congratulations. Oh, Mike had it all in the bag. I bet he saw a rabbit or something. You think so? Yeah.
Why, he was coming like lightning, Felipe, and then all of a sudden he veered off.
Well, that's no excuse. A winner sticks to the trail.
Now, listen, a greyhound isn't a nose dog, he's an eye dog. He's a sight chaser. Don't doubt Mike because he obeyed his instincts. He was flying. Let's clock him.
Want to?
We'll buy a rabbit. Last one back is the water boy.
Now look, you stay still until I shout go. We want to find out how fast you really are. Now stay still.
After we've timed him, I'll speed up to 35 or so and pull ahead. Then I'll stop and you can hop out and grab the meat.
Okay. Now stay, boy.
I think our leaves are up at 25.
I think you better go 30. Is that speedometer right?
It's the only thing on Jenny that works. That rabbit's supper, boy, and we're broke.
Holy cats! 46 miles an hour? That's gotta be a world's record!
I can't go any faster. I'm famished. Call him off.
He's got it!
What happened?
Mike just ran 46 miles an hour!
That's right, fellas.
Oh, boy, Mike.
Well, what's up?
Well, I brought you this window with some clothes for your mission.
And tacos for supper, padre.
Well, bless you doubly. Here, let me help you with that.
You're gonna be champion, Mike. World champion. I told you all along.
Say, this window's a beauty. I know exactly where I'm going to put it. Hope you fellas are as hungry as I am.
Let's eat them while they're hot, Padre.
Here you are, Padre. Hey, this is mighty nice of you, Max.
Gracias, Padre.
There we are. There's some for you, Joe. Jose, I want to read something for you.
Felipe, come on in here.
Now listen to this. The purebred champion Greyhound has a top speed of from 35 to 42 miles per hour. In rare instances, speeds of 45 miles per hour have been reported, but such claims have never been authenticated. How do you like that?
That kid has a great champion on his hands.
Hey, that's great news about Mike.
Here, have a taco, especial de la casa.
Gracias.
Things are working out fine, Padre.
Yes, one, if we can assume that his father is dead. Two, I get appointed the official probation officer. And three, you can come up with somebody who'll adopt him. We're all off the hook.
I'm not gonna assume my dad's dead. Also, nobody to adopt me.
Well, with a dog like Mike, your chances skyrocket.
Listen, I've been in a lineup in orphanages before. They slicked me up and put me in the front row. But did anybody take me? Ha! They passed me up for babies, still in diapers. And even girls. When I could work in the bull ring and hustle lottery tickets and... what the... Well, they had their chance. I've got a dog now.
And what a dog.
You watch. He'll be the most famous dog in racing. And my dad'll hear about it.
I wouldn't be surprised if his dad turned out to be a tout.
Could be.
Hey, kid, let me see the registration papers on Mike.
Papers?
Sure, you can't enter a dog without papers.
Who is Mike's mama and papa?
I don't know. I never thought of that.
Well, who's the old man who gave him to you?
Oh, yeah. He was an old guy in a truck, and he had 6 or 7 pups. Well, I know this for sure. Mike's a purebred, and he's 7 months old.
That's not enough information.
They never let you race him, kid.
You see, you have to certify that he's purebred. And you also have to prove that he's been schooled and he's a qualified racing hound.
Plus, you have to prove you own him.
Those are just safeguards to protect the public against dishonest people, and we don't have to worry about that. As for papers, you can have a dog listed. I'm sure the Kennel Club has a representative at the track.
They are highly snooty, Padre.
Why don't you consult your cousin? He's got a cousin that's a dog catcher.
I wouldn't fiddle around with lesser dignitaries.
Good chest and legs, Father, but he seems to limp.
Oh, that's an old habit. He had a slight compound comminuted fracture of the right femur.
Looks like a good piece of surgery.
Oh, we called in a couple of orthopedic men from St. John's.
Father, the papers can be arranged, I am sure. But there are certain standards of performance that we have to guarantee. For instance, has he been schooled?
Oh, yes, of course.
Where?
At St. Catherine's.
Yeah, naturally, St. Catherine's Kennels.
What distance does he favor?
All distances. Coursing's especially. Never saw such staying power.
What is his best time?
Well, let's just say he's been clocked in excess of 45 miles per hour at a sustained pace without extending himself.
Well, we'll clear this through the AKC. Now, another thing, Father Dugan. You'll have to enter him under an owner who meets our standards.
Well, that's perfectly all right, but just what are your standards?
Well, Father, we have to know the owner's name.
Oh, Felipe. He's a minor, so I'm acting as his sponsor.
Felipe? Not that little kid that's always hanging around.
The very same.
All right, Father. Just as you say, it'll be St. Mike. Entered by Father Dugan for Felipe. What is his last name?
Ricardo.
You're making a mistake, Pat. I saw this dog in the ginny pen this morning. He's muzzle shy. If you enter him, you'll probably have to scratch him at the last minute.
Scratch St. Mike?
Well, I only meant to say, I think he needs a little more schooling.
Well, thank you for your opinion, my friend, but Actually, the muzzle is not a handicap. It's an affront to which Mike takes umbrage. You mark my words, gentlemen. This dog is going to do for the sport of Queens what Man o' War did for horse racing.
As they head for home in the final turn, it's Baby Blue running for the back. Has on his neck. Chip to shore closing on the inside. Cut home. And the winner is Baby Blue. Has on his neck. Chip to shore is third and cut home. Results of the third race are official. The winner is number 6, Baby Blue. The running time,
Where's Mike Steve? Let me see it.
There it is.
Hey, look, there's mine there.
Winning Vanilla in the third race, 6 and 8. Baby Blue, $16.20 to win. 10.80 to place. 6.40.
I sure hope he wins.
Well, just keep a good thought, son. Don't be too disappointed if he doesn't, though. Okay?
Okay.
Post time for the fourth race has been set for 3:57. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to point out that your time for wagering is limited on every race. You must make your wagers by post time for each race. Otherwise, you run the risk of being shut out. You may purchase one on the tickets or wager 1, 2, 3 on every race.
Hey, here's Group B coming up. That looks like a wild one. Number 1, 68 pounds. Check. Now give me the Lulu. Hey, where do you see the odds on this one, fellas? Number 3, 67 pounds. Check.
Hi.
Hi, Salazar.
Lift up your head, boy. Lift up your head. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just 3 minutes before the mutual windows close. Nice dog. Fourth race. 3 minutes, please.
Come on, St. Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to point out that you have only until post time for the fourth race. For wagering in the fabulous...
What do you got 2 tickets for?
Moral back support. You gave Felipe the entrance fee. At least I can say I bet on Mike. $2 at Mike.
And the other?
50 and Go Devil.
Let me see these. You better look at these again. You pulled a switch. You got 50 on Mike.
Oh, no. It's too late. Sit down.
The entries for the fourth race are now leaving the paddock for parade. The Greyhounds are entering the track for the running of the fourth race. Grade E over the 685-yard course. Here are the entries in post place for the fourth race. Number 1 is Go Devil, weighing 68 pounds. Number 2 is Miss B, 66 pounds. St. Mike, number 3, weighs 67 pounds. Number 4, Do Good, 68 pounds. At 57 pounds is number 5, Copa. Sea Breeze is number 6, weighing 70 pounds. Lightning, number 7, 60 pounds. And number 8, My Pal, 67 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the entries in post place for the fourth race. The mutual windows are now closed for the fourth race. Greyhounds are being placed in the starting box. Here comes the rabbit. Llega la liebre y arrancan. There they go. At the break, it's Go Devil, Miss B, Sea Breeze, and St. Mike refused. No, here he comes. It's Go Devil and Miss B, Sea Breeze, Coco, My Pal, Do Good, Lightning, and St. Mike is trailing the pack. Out of the turn now, Copa, Go Devil, Miss B, Sea Breeze, My Pal, Do Good, Lightning, and St. Mike. Now it's Go Devil takes the lead. Then Copa, Miss B, Sea Breeze, My Pal, Do Good, and Lightning. And St. Mike is making a late bid. It's Go Devil, Copa, Sea Breeze, Miss B, and My Pal. Now it's Go Devil, Copa, Sea Breeze, Miss B, My Pal, and St. Mike is now moving up through the pack. It's Go Devil, Copa, Sea Breeze, Miss B, My Pal, and St. Mike. Come on, get up there, faster, Mike! Sea Breeze, Miss B, and here comes St. Mike right through the middle of the pack. It's Mike, Sea Breeze. Now it's St. Mike, Go Devil, and Copa. Come on, Mike! In the final race, Copa and St. Mike is passing the whole pack. It's St. Mike, it's Go Devil. It's St. Mike, now it's Go Devil. Fighting it out now here. St. Mike is Go Devil, and it's St. Mike all the way to the wire. Ladies and gentlemen, in his first official start, St. Mike has done a 5-yard course.
Hold your head up, boy.
Hello, Felipe.
Congratulations, Felipe.
Gracias, senor. Oh, Father Dugan, this is Senor Salazar.
Oh, yes. How are you?
Hello, Father. I see you have been in good hands. Great dog. I bred 100 like him. Felipe knows. He used to clean my kennels.
Oh, how is Senor Teresa?
Fine, fine, thank you. Well, anyway, I am glad to see you are doing so well.
Purse, Father?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, son, what do you want to do with your winnings?
Well, I haven't thought about it much, Padre. You hold on to it for now.
All right.
Your dog has brought you much fortune today, Felipe. I am very happy for you.
Thank you.
Hey, how about a smile? That's no way to go to a party.
You didn't tell me we were going to have a party.
In honor of you and Mike. A lot of our friends are going to be there.
Are Chuck and Dutch coming?
I'm afraid not. You know, that's one advantage you have in living with the Padre instead of the sisters.
What if I have to go back to Campo?
Now, don't you worry about that. We'll work something out.
Boy, when Mike put on the steam, he shot past him like a bullet.
Well, it goes to prove if a man puts everything he's got into what he wants and keeps his faith, he's bound to win. I don't care what the odds. He can face anything.
He sure can.
Can you, Felipe? I'm not going to hold off from telling you something any longer, son. Your father's dead. He was a good man. He was a fisherman. He fought in Korea, and he won a medal. The War Department's going to send it to you.
People in wars don't have much time for writing letters, do they?
No, they don't, son.
You know, Father, I feel kind of good. Not because he's dead, but because I don't have to wonder anymore.
Well, look at this. That a beauty?
Why, I've known men who spent a lifetime trying to breed a dog like Mike.
You'd be the champ of this meet, and that alone is worth 40 grand. To Mike!
And his purses.
What's he doing here?
Now, you mind your manners. I invited him.
You invited him?
Yes, I did. He's here to help you, Felipe. Sit down, Captain Dorn.
Thank you, Father.
You know Joe and Max.
Gentlemen.
This is Dr. Oglesby.
Captain?
No, you
And Mr. O'Hara.
How do you do,
Captain Dorn. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We've all been toasting Mike. I think it's time somebody said a few words on behalf of Felipe. To begin with, he was branded an incorrigible, when the problem was that of adult delinquency. Authorities said his father was dead. At the time, he wasn't. Felipe broke out to try and find him. After that, every time he got caught, he'd break out again. He wouldn't knuckle under. Now, that's tenacity, gentlemen, the kind of stuff he poured into Mike. Then, to avoid being arrested, he started telling tales. So they called him a pathological liar. That's a fine label to pin on a young boy. Well, one day an old man gave him a puppy he didn't want. Felipe stuck with that dog through injury, doubt, and ridicule. The dog needed help, and he got it. From St. Catherine's, from Customs, from some pretty fair country carpenters, and from the keepers of the sport of Queens. You people were all backing a boy just as much as you were a dog. And both of them justified your faith and mine.
No. He's not my dog. I stole him.
You still want him, Captain?
As far as I'm concerned, the boy's file is closed.
David? You don't have to worry about Captain Dawn anymore, Felipe. He just told me so.
It's not him.
You want to talk about it now?
It's Mike. He never really was mine.
Well, who does he belong to?
Salazar. He didn't want Mike. He put him up for sale. Do you think you'll sell him to me now?
Would you sell a dog like Mike?
No. I'm sorry, Father. I guess you hate me.
Hate you? Why, Felipe, I'm proud of you. It took a lot of courage to do what you just did in front of all your friends. That wasn't an easy thing to do.
I had to.
Yes, I know you did.
Do I have to give Mike back, Father?
That's for you to decide, son. Come on, let's go home to St. Michael's. He hasn't had much of a chance in life, Father. He was just beginning to learn what it means to love your fellow man. What he did was wrong, I know. But at the time, in his mind, it wasn't. I want him to do the right thing now.
Things are gonna be different now, aren't they, Padre?
How?
Well, I guess I can't stay with you anymore.
Believe me, Felipe, there's nothing I could want more than to have you stay with me. But try to understand, son. For me, it'd be all pleasure. Hunting, fishing, companionship. When I put on this collar, I made a deal.
I know. The Archbishop wouldn't go for it. Maybe I could stay at St. Catherine's.
I was hoping you'd say that.
We can still see each other. And we can go hunting and fishing together, too.
We sure can.
Now listen, Mike. I want you to always run your best, because we'll be watching. You hear? Come on, boy. Here's the purse.
I knew where you got him when I first saw him, Felipe. Look, you trained him. You take the money.
No. No thanks. Be good, Mike. And do like I say. So long, boy. It's Mike!
You're crazy.
Probably. That is more than I ever thought he was worth.